The problem tonight is not that game. Forget this game. For me, the big worry is this almost something that's going to carry on through the season? Is this an end of a cycle? Have Liverpool massively got the transfer ideas in the summer wrong, because this team looks so far off it, and it has been at full pelt for 5 or 6 years under Jurgen Klopp, and 7 games Liverpool have played, I think, this season, conceded the first goal in 5, not starting games well. So I'm not going to criticise their attitude, because what this team have done, certainly in Europe, in the Premier League, the Barcelona game coming back, so the mentality is fantastic. Is this a massive drop-off physically because of what's happened over the last 5 or 6 years, the way they've played, how intense they've been, and can this team get it back? And that's the worry for me, not tonight. It's what is going to happen, the future of this team and this season, because this is still only the 4th game Liverpool have lost in 2022. Shows how consistent that they've been, but it's the actual performances, probably more than the results, actually, that is worrying me right now.
OK, let's take a look at the group table, how things line up in Group A after those couple of games that we saw today. So one of the games, obviously, that Liverpool-Napoli one, Napoli taking maximum points from that. Ajax also took maximum points from their game against Rangers, 4-0 win for Ajax in that one. So why are you looking at me like that?
No, I wanted to ask something
I thought you were thinking
to
I'd done
Jamie.
something wrong.
No. I mean, it is, because that's vital. I mean, I was on the centre back, but if there is no pressure on the ball, which we all know that's what Liverpool likes to do, when the guy is about to hit the ball, you got to drop. I don't care. He's totally right. What I wanted to say is that if you compare Liverpool to Man City, this is why Man City can stay to the top without getting tired, is because they defend with the ball, they recover with the ball. And Liverpool don't. It's always 100 miles per hour, whether they're on the ball or not. Do you think they are paying that a bit?
That's what I'm saying. That's my worry in that. Not tonight's game as such. The worry is the bigger picture of Liverpool. Is this almost a team that's getting old and is running out of legs, and they haven't sort of identified that early enough, and this team might struggle to qualify for the top 4 and be in the Champions League next season? That's the worry. Now, you talk about, can Liverpool continually do it? Well, they can if they get fresher, younger players. The problem is they've got a lot of older players. James Milner's playing in Liverpool's midfield at 36. That's happened about 3 or 4 times this season. That's not a criticism of him. That's a criticism of the club.
But
the club should not be in a position where James Milner's playing centre midfield for Liverpool at 36.
But right now, would you take top 4 finish in the Premier League?
Yeah.
And then you also talk about, people being tired and you having players who are old, but you showed in the clip there, you have a younger player that's walking. Do you think it's more of a desire thing? What do you think is going on in that situation?
Well, you're talking about Trent Alexander-Arnold in that position, and that has been something that has not been noticed this season. The thing with Trent is, I've always said this, that he's not a conventional fullback. He's not great defensively. He never will be, but he's got strengths and talents that we don't normally see from a fullback. I said this, that he's not a conventional fullback. He's not great defensively. He never will be, but he's got strengths and talents that we don't normally see from a fullback. He's Liverpool's playmaker. But I've always said, and I thought this would come with another manager, when Liverpool stop being one of the top teams in the Premier League or Europe, that means they will defend more. They will have more nights like that. And his defensive deficiencies will stand out more, and we'll see less of him on the ball. That might be the time where he actually say he does have to go into midfield. Not in a Klopp team, he doesn't, because Klopp teams normally dominate the ball, dominate the play. But when you're seeing Liverpool under real pressure, his defensive problems will stand out even more, and that's the big problem for him right now. I thought that might come with the next manager, but the problem is it's coming right now with Liverpool.
It's Politano on the side, Osimhen went off, but at the beginning it terrorized the defense. And for me, the guy that we're going to talk about, I think, is, I'm going to have to look at it because it's not easy to say, Kvaratskhelia.
Huh?
Kvaratskhelia.
Yes, sir.
Not easy, but he had an amazing game. The way he put pressure, the desire that he had, especially I think it was on the second goal, was it? That's what I was saying earlier. With I know we're going to go back to early and what we talked about Pulisic. I saw a player today that not only about his skills, the desire that he had, the way he put pressure, the way he pushed the ball past Trent Alexander-Arnold, or the way he put pressure on Gomez was second to none. That's what I meant with bring something on the table for me to be able to cook. As a coach, you know, you can work with that. Now, it's true. It's not always, can the coach do something? Show me something that I can work with. And the desire that he had tonight was just second to none.